What happens when a gang dares to mess with the wrong women in a peaceful, quiet park? At first, it begins with cocky smirks and swagger. But by the end, it turns into a brutal reality check they'll never forget. Because the people they tried to intimidate, well, they were the last two anyone should mess with. It all started like any normal day. A slow, easy afternoon in a sleepy suburban park nestled in Georgia. The kind of place where peace hums in the air, ducks waddle around without a care, and the wind rustles through the trees like a lullaby. Nia and Asha Jenkins, two sisters with a bond as fierce as fire, were just enjoying the moment. Asha tore off a chunk of bread and leaned toward a toddler nearby, flashing a warm smile. "Here you go, sweetie," she said gently, handing the little one a soft morsel of bread. The toddler's mom, watching from a bench not too far off, nodded in thanks. Grateful, smiling softly, relaxed. "Careful, Asha," Nia teased playfully, her voice carrying the soft, melodic tone only a sister could pull off without offense. "You're going to run out of bread before the ducks even get a nibble." Asha waved her off with a little grin. "Please. These ducks love sharing the spotlight." The two laughed, light, carefree, the sound blending into the breeze like they belonged there. Like nothing in the world could possibly touch them. But peace. Yeah, it rarely lasts when trouble decides it's time to play. From across the open green, four men approached. Slowly, deliberately. They walked like they owned the earth beneath their boots. Their presence disrupted the calm like a scratch on a vinyl record. Leading the pack was Trevor. His smirk wide, his attitude wider. He wore a worn-out leather jacket and enough ego to fill a stadium. "Well, well, well," he drawled, voice like gravel dragging across steel. "Look who decided to have a lil picnic in our park." Asha turned first, her face tightening, her jaw locking. "Excuse me," she shot back, her tone razor-sharp, calm but not friendly. Trevor tilted his head, smirking. "Feeding ducks? Acting like queens of the place. You think you're better than us or something." Nia threw Asha a nervous glance. But it was too late. Her sister was already bristling, posture squared, fire in her eyes. "It's a public park," Asha replied flatly. "Which means everyone's welcome. Even you." That didn't sit well with Trevor. His grin twisted darker, more sinister. "Oh sure. But just 'cause everyone's allowed doesn't mean they belong." He said it slowly, deliberately. Meant to sting, meant to provoke. And the air changed. The laughter from earlier felt miles away. Now it was heavy, electric, dangerous. "Let's go," Nia whispered, her hand gently pulling Asha's arm, her voice tense and urgent. But Asha stood tall, like a mountain that refused to move. "You've said enough. Leave. Now." That only made them laugh. The gang closed in, circling the sisters slowly like wolves sniffing out prey. "You think you're tough," Trevor growled, stepping closer, menace dripping from every word. "Let's see how tough you are when there's no one around to save you." Asha's eyes scanned quickly, calculating. Nia leaned in, her voice low and panicked. "Not here. Not now." But the gang didn't wait. They began herding them off the main path, into the trees toward silence. The park shifted around them. Laughter faded. A mom with a stroller noticed something off, and picked up her pace, disappearing down the path. No one wanted to get involved. Now surrounded by thick trees and bushes, Trevor cracked his knuckles, his smirk gone. "It's just us now," he sneered. "Let's see how loud you talk without an audience." The gang fanned out. Hands flexed, bodies tensed. It was about to go down. Back to back, the Jenkins sisters stood, silent, still. Nia swallowed, barely whispering. This isn't going to end how they think, is it?" Asha let a faint, dangerous smile curl across her lips. "Not even close." Suddenly, boom, Vince lunged. Big, loud, sloppy. But Asha, she moved like lightning. With one fluid motion, she grabbed his wrist mid-swing, twisted it like it was paper, and slammed him to the ground. His back hit the dirt with a crack that echoed. Everything stopped. Trevor and his boys. Frozen. Confused. That wasn't supposed to happen. Lucky shot. Trevor barked. Get them. Two more charged, pounding forward like bulls. But Nia stepped up, calm, focused. The first guy swung hard. She caught his arm mid-air and flipped him clean over her shoulder. He hit the ground, groaning. The second guy, while desperate, she danced around his attack, pivoted, and drove her elbow right into his ribs. He dropped, wheezing, down for the count. Third guy ran at Asha. She ducked his punch, spun, and kicked him square in the chest. He slammed into a tree behind him, coughing in shock. Didn't see that coming, huh? She quipped, her voice all bite and steel. But Trevor wasn't done, not yet. Desperation in his eyes, he pulled a knife. The blade shimmered in the low light as he lunged at Nia. She didn't flinch. She moved like wind, sidestepping with ease, catching his wrist, twisting hard. The knife clattered to the ground as Trevor screamed, clutching his arm. Who are you? He gasped, trembling now. Asha stepped in close, eyes locked on his. You really don't want to know. But before he could answer, footsteps, voices, people coming. Trevor's gang scrambled to their feet, panic taking over. They ran. West. No more big talk, no more threats. Trevor hesitated, then turned and bolted, still clutching his wrist. You better run, Asha called after him, voice like ice. Once the chaos settled, the sisters stood in silence, still and steady. This isn't over, Asha muttered, her voice low. Nope, Nia replied. They'll be back. And we'll be ready. And ready they were.